Ladies and gentlemen, this particular story comes out of a place called Lancaster, California. Some of you guys might have already seen this in the news, but there was some information that just got released today, so we're going to kind of see how this goes. We still don't really know all of the details about this particular story, and I'm sorry, this is actually not out of Lancaster. Give me a second. This story is actually out of... That's the wrong city. This is out of, give me a second, DeKalb County. Oh my goodness. DeKalb County, Gwinnett County to be more specific. Georgia takes the L. Wow. This is crazy, man. But this little girl in this story was actually missing for a while, but it came to a tragic end. They did find this baby's body, and this baby is deceased. So I'm going to tell you guys, the story is going to have some details that are not going to sit well with your sensibilities. My opinions are also not going to sit well with your sensibilities. So if you have to exit the video, I totally get it. I totally understand. But let me tell you guys about this. There's a mother of three, and according to dailymail.com, I'm just going to read this verbatim. I hope I don't get flagged. Her and her lesbian partner have been arrested after her 8-year-old daughter was found dead in the woods after alleging that this baby was missing. So they made it seem like it was just a missing child, like somebody else did it. Boy, there is so much to talk about here. But on Sunday in Gwinnett County, police in Georgia received a call from Brittany Nicole Hall saying that she could not find her child, Nicole, which is that baby that you just saw on my screen. Let me see if I can go back for a moment. Get her face up here. That is her daughter right there. So that's the young girl in question. The little girl who wore glasses was last seen between midnight and 1 a.m. and had been staying with Hall, her two other children, and her partner by the name of Celeste Owens, who is that individual right there, and that does not look like a woman at all. Let me see if I can pull up a picture. Woo! Boy, the devil has not been too kind to your face. Lord have mercy. If y'all would look at this, this is the picture of two demons that y'all see on my screen. Wow. And this is supposed to be what love looks like, right? This is an alleged mother, an alleged woman on the left-hand side. And what that thing is on the right-hand side of my screen, I don't think is human. I think that is probably like something that got created in a lab that ended up being given a sentient brain. I really don't think that's human. Lord, and they are... Boy, they literally look like they need to be shipped off to China to go be sumo wrestlers. Those are some big, big girls or guys or whatever you want to call them. The reason why I poke fun at their size and I point out how big they are is for this reason. I want y'all to imagine, because most of y'all just automatically get mad and be like, well, Jay, you're not a slim person either. No, I'm not. Being big has a lot of disadvantages. One thing, having heart issues, having chest congestion or whatever it is, having digestive issues, you can die from being overweight, having strokes and things like that. But bigger than that, no pun intended, is the fact that these women are probably about 13 times the size of that little girl. So if we want to talk about bullying and making people feel insignificant, what do you guys think that little girl felt? Being around these two big old huge humans. Wow, look at that. Look at that. Big turkey head having ass. That girl is probably bigger than me, and I'm down to 275. I'm 6'3". They probably are the same size as me. But if y'all hear what they did to this little girl, let me give y'all the details. Maybe you won't feel so bad about me poking fun at them like they're the Pillsbury Doughgirls. They had two other children staying here with her partner, Celeste Owens, who was the individual, that person right there, that's Celeste Owens, at a long stay hotel in Norcross, northeast of Atlanta. We'll get back to them staying in the hotel here in a minute. She had been wearing a Tweety Bird jacket and a blue and white pajamas, her mother said. On Tuesday morning, her body was found in a wooded area of DeKalb County neighborhood, 15 miles from the hotel where the family was living. The biggest question, I keep saying big, no pun intended. The largest question, the most prevalent question here is, why would somebody take this little girl and how did she disappear? And most of the time they don't have good answers to these questions, right? They usually come up with some cockamamie story that makes no damn sense, because I've always told you guys, whenever these things happen and every time you guys see that they say that there's an Amber Alert or somebody's missing, always, in my humble opinion, think that you need to start looking at the people who made the call first. Look at the family that she was living with first. Investigate there and then go outwards. Because I think a lot of times they just start searching random places, and sometimes that does work. But in a lot of these cases that I present on my channel, it ends up being the people who were their caretakers. All right, now let's keep going. Investigators said that they became suspicious regarding the inconsistencies, their story, in the statements that the mom and girlfriend, or whatever you want to call her, both have been charged in the case, with the partner facing a murder charge. They say it's extremely painful. It's an extremely painful event, Gwinnett Police Chief J.D. McClure said. We all have family and we recognize the innocence of an 8-year-old child, which we definitely do here at the AFC. Although we can't bring her back, we can bring those responsible for her death to justice. Police said Hall and her family were living at a hometown studios building on Jimmy Carter Boulevard when around 9:15 a.m. on Sunday, she called authorities to report Nicole missing. The mother, if you can call her that, we'll put it in quotations. The mother said that she was particularly worried because Nicole had autism and was new to the area. Investigators launched a search for the girl and released a photo of her wearing a white top, which you guys just saw that picture a minute ago, with pigtails. Pig and pigtails. So she was wearing pigtails but living with pigs. But when officers took the mother's statement and a separate one from Owens, they found the information did not match up. Glad they did it that way. We compared the statements that we had gotten from both Brittany Hall and her partner Celeste Owens, McClure said. We compared those statements and recognized those statements were indeed false. So somebody lying. They lying because they flying, right? Pigs don't fly straight. On Sunday night, Owens was arrested and charged with 6 counts. 6 counts of first-degree cruelty to children and making false statements. A statement on Tuesday upgraded those charges to include murder, concealing a death, and a seventh count of child cruelty. Hall was charged with making false statements, making a false report of crime, and 5 counts of first-degree cruelty to children. The pair were held with no bond on Tuesday afternoon with Hall's other children. Y'all are not going to like me after tonight. Who was sleeping with her? Hashtag, where's the biological father at? Matter of fact, it's not even one biological father, because you notice they said other kids, right? Other kids. So it said this girl and then other kids. Here's another thing you also have to remember. Why was one girl separated from the other kids? In my opinion, they went and murdered this girl because she might have had a disability that hindered her. But on top of that, she definitely didn't love her. Probably didn't like the baby daddy that she got pregnant by, because she probably got pregnant after some after-hour spot in the back of a dumpster somewhere. Because who would in their right mind in a non-drunken state sleep with her. Yuck. Gross. No freaking way. That woman literally looks like she just don't give a damn about nothing but just... I need to just read the story. I'm going to get so sued tonight. The other children have been placed into protective custody. And y'all stop laughing at me now, okay? Y'all making it worse. A statement released by Gwinnett County Police Department reads, at around 10:45 a.m., the body of Nicole Amari Hall was found in the woods in the area of Juliet Drive and Stone Mill Trace in DeKalb County. And at this time, it's been determined that Gwinnett County will retain jurisdiction over the case. Amari's mother, Brittany Hall, was arrested yesterday, November 22nd of 2021, which was not that long ago, and charged with cruelty to children, first degree, and making a false report of a crime. Additional charges may be forthcoming, and I hope they get them for everything. For everything? Yes, for everything. Celeste Owens, the domestic partner, was arrested on November the 21st and charged with making false statements in connection with the investigation. And today she's being charged with felony murder and cruelty to children in the first degree. The two other children living in the Hall home with her and the Owens, a 6-year-old girl and a 5-year-old boy, were taken into custody by DFCS. At the outset of this investigation, there were inconsistencies in the statements. I think I've already read most of that. So here's something I want to give you guys that I didn't know if you guys knew or not. Maybe you guys did know this. Are you guys familiar with what type of households have the highest domestic violence rate? I don't remember where I got this from, so I will automatically give my brother Tommy Sotomayor credit for this because I know I've heard him talk about it plenty of times. But I don't want to miss giving him credit if that's indeed where I got it from. But I know I've known this for a while. The households that have the highest domestic violence rates, women and women. Female relationships, lesbian relationships. I don't know if you guys knew that or not. If you did know that, let me know. The highest domestic violence rates, higher than men and men, higher than men and women, higher than any other. And I want you to think about that. And then also think about this. They couldn't even provide a suitable living situation for themselves. Not just same sex. We have to say same sex on the female side, lesbian couples. Because if you say same sex, they might look at it and say, well, dudes do it too. Nope, not at this rate. Not at this rate. That's a statistical fact. They couldn't even take care of themselves. And let me tell you guys this. For people who are on the grind, living in hotels, I'm not against you. But what I am against is for people who have children who live in hotels. Hello? Let me take a sip for that. I am against people who put that burden on children and force them to live on a day-to-day basis. You have to pay for a hotel most times than none on a day-to-day basis. I want you to also think about this. When it comes to being able to get housing, food stamps, Section 8, and all of that stuff, it's usually a hell of a lot easier. In a lot of cases, it's damn near automatic as long as you are just not a piece of crap person and know how to fill out an application, that a woman who has kids will generally get help off top. That's a fact. If they have to choose between helping a woman with kids and a man with kids, the woman is going to get the help. The alleged girlfriend didn't play any role in that unless they, I don't know, we're factoring that in. But most times if a woman has a kid, she would usually get help. And if you didn't get help, then it also shows you how crappy of a mother you are. The fact that you not only had one kid, you could have got help and didn't, and you were in a jacked up spot and you didn't stop there. It's probably why they're so big, because they don't know when to stop. They go to the buffet, and just because there are unlimited plates there, you're just going to keep going back to the buffet, right? So think about this. Just as long as you can continue to have kids or produce kids and receive semen, you're just going to keep having kids. You're just going to go nonstop until somebody just flat out stops sleeping with you, right? Because it's your body and your choice. Yes? Is that a fact? Yes, it is. So if that's the case, then the women in my chat understand exactly what I'm talking about, because it is your responsibility ultimately. Don't sit there and just put it off and say, well, the man plays a role too, because they do, but they're held accountable by many different ways, by way of child support, threats of going to jail, ruining their careers. They're always going to be on the hook financially. But ladies, think about this. If we know that these men, I say we, y'all, if y'all know that these men ain't going to stick around, then why deal with them to begin with? We have to set the bar higher, and I love each and every one of you guys, but we have to start being better, and we have to think. You had one kid in a hotel, then had another kid still in a hotel, then you had another kid? No man, no husband, no stability, and you keep producing kids. That is inexcusable. And for the responsible people, like the people in my chat and the rest of us, we are not going to watch and allow people to continue to keep putting babies like this at this level of risk. That is unacceptable. Let me give you guys the fair usage. Let's get it. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use. It is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107. Good deal. And while we guys are watching this video, if y'all would do me a favor while we watch the news videos, please do us a favor and click that thumbs up. If you're listening, we want to have a thumb up for everybody that's watching. Help us out with that. Hit that thumbs up. Let's get it.
2 women charged in the killing of an 8-year-old girl made their first court appearance today. Gwinnett police say Brittany Hall reported her daughter, Nicole Amari Hall, missing in an effort to conceal her death. Her partner, Celeste Owens, is charged with felony murder. Fox 5's Deidre Dukes is at the live desk with the new developments. Deidre?
And Courtney, the women made their first appearance before a Gwinnett County judge on felony charges this morning. Now, at one point during the proceedings, the murdered child's mother, Brittany Hall, asked the judge if she would be granted bond.
No, ma'am, there is no bond today. Any other questions?
Brittany Hall faced a judge for the first time in a Gwinnett County courtroom Wednesday, one day after her daughter's body was discovered in DeKalb County. Gwinnett police say the woman told them where they could find the body of her 8-year-old daughter after her arrest Monday night.
Only a Superior Court judge sitting in your case can grant a bond. Do you understand that? Do you know what that means for you? It means you're going to be here for a while, okay?
Police charged Hall's domestic partner, Celeste Owens, with felony murder, and Hall is charged with reporting the girl missing to conceal her death. Both women face child cruelty charges for allegedly abusing minor children on prior occasions. Police say those incidents were discovered during the missing persons investigation. Hall reported her daughter missing from the hometown studios on Jimmy Carter Boulevard and Peachtree Corners Sunday morning. In an exclusive interview with Fox 5 on Monday, Hall told me she woke just before 9 Sunday morning to find the girl missing from their upstairs unit.
I woke up yesterday morning and my daughter wasn't here. The doors cracked. I went outside. I went to go around the whole place. I went twice. I did not see her. I called 911.
During Wednesday,
This is why I hate people like this. Guys, and she's looking into the camera, and I want y'all to remember, like so many other cases, she also had no tears in her eyes. Let me rewind this. This is absolutely disgusting. Wow. She really looks like a cloud and a rainbow mixed together. This woman got on all those damn colors and ain't got no damn common sense. That is a big girl. Woo, wait. That woman ain't never missed a meal.
Hall reported her daughter missing from the hometown studios on Jimmy Carter Boulevard in
I noticed that Brandy said in the chat, she was like, does one bed actually hold both of them together without breaking? I have no idea. That is a great question.
Peachtree Corners Sunday morning. In an exclusive interview with Fox 5 on Monday, Hull told me she woke just before 9 Sunday.
Look at how, oh my God. I didn't even see this. Why didn't y'all tell me? Look at this. Let me brighten this up so y'all can see this. Big ass juice bottles, nasty clothes everywhere. I want y'all to think about this. 3 kids and 2 big ass women. 5 people live in a 2-bedroom, excuse me, not 2-bedroom, bedroom. What bedroom? 2-bed hotel with what? I think those are queen size beds, I suppose. Clothes and shit everywhere. It looks like a construction zone. 3 kids and 2 women lived in that nasty place. God, I bet it smells like feet and fecal matter everywhere.
Morning to find the girl missing from their upstairs unit.
They could have probably found that little girl in all those clothes that were everywhere, talking about she's missing. Well, ma'am, if your daughter's missing, how about we dig through all these piles of nasty ass, stinking ass, unwashed clothes? Maybe we might find her.
I woke up yesterday morning and my daughter wasn't here. The doors cracked. I went outside. I went to go around the whole place. I went twice. I did not see her. I called 911.
Let's hear that lie again. I gotta hear this again. That's the most ridiculous, stupid interview I've seen in a while.
Morning to find the girl missing from their upstairs unit.
I woke up yesterday morning and my daughter wasn't here. The doors cracked. I went outside. I went to go around the whole place.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have another question. Unless she got them for free, which I'm going to assume that she didn't. Do y'all notice all the tattoos she have on her that matches that rainbow outfit that she got on? All those different tattoos, all those different colors, all those different designs, all of that meat that she got on her, which makes it more work on the tattoo artist. How were you able to pay for all of those tattoos, spending money on all that bullshit, but can't afford to put a roof over your head? A hotel is not a roof when you're raising kids.
I went twice. I did not see her. I called 911.
During Wednesday's hearing, the women learned they would not be released on bond. Both requested a public defender.
Both women.
And they ain't got money for an attorney. Of course, we need a public defender. Yeah.
5 o'clock, we have shocking new details about the murder of a little girl in Gwinnett County. Officers found the body of little Amari Hall in a wooded area of DeKalb County 2 days after her mother reported her missing from Gwinnett.
Now, Amari's mother and her partner are charged with the little girl's murder, and the arrest reports detail what police call long-term abuse. Fox 5's Angelique Proctor has that story.
What a disturbing story. Gwinnett police decided to upgrade the charges against Amari Hall's mother after an autopsy was done. They say that autopsy revealed long-term abuse involving the 8-year-old.
I went to go around the whole place. I went twice. I did not see her. I called 911.
Gwinnett police say mom Brittany Hall fabricated a story of her daughter being missing from the hometown studios in Peachtree Corner when she knew all along that her domestic partner Celeste Owens had beaten little Amari to death. They have now charged the 27-year-old mother and Owens with malice and felony murder. Following the autopsy, police have also charged Hall with causing battered child syndrome. They found Amari's body in a wooded area of DeKalb County. The autopsy revealed a young girl had been beaten by both suspects over a prolonged period of time.
What y'all want to bet them taking that dead baby's body and dragging it to the woods was probably the most exercise either one of them females then got their entire life. It's probably the most work and sweating they ever done.
Officers say they have videotaped evidence of the beatings, not only of Amari, but her 6- and 5-year-old siblings as well.
I forgot about that part. They're so stupid that they videotaped beating this child up. You just can't be that level of dumb. Listen to this again. She videotaped beating this child. Back it up about right there.
Long period of time. Officers say they have videotaped evidence of the beatings, not only of Amari, but her 6- and 5-year-old siblings as well. Police charged suspect Owens with malice murder. They say the 29-year-old beat Amari savagely on November 19th, the same day she died. As Gwinnett's chief of police indicated last week, this case has touched even veteran lawmen.
It's extremely painful. It's extremely painful. I think we all have family and we recognize the innocence of an 8-year-old child.
Gwinnett police tell me that Amari's siblings, a little 6-year-old girl and a 5-year-old boy, are now both in DFACS custody. In Gwinnett County, Angelique Proctor.
I would love to hear where any of the biological fathers are. How come we don't never hear from them? How come they're not out advocating for their children? How come they're not out asking for custody? This is just ridiculous.
In the death of 8-year-old Nicole Amari Hall. She's a little girl with autism who went missing in Gwinnett County over the weekend. Police say her mother and her mother's partner are now facing charges. Both are supposed to be in court later today. Mara Sirianni joins us live from outside the Gwinnett County Jail with the latest on this case. Mara, so many people shared her picture hoping for a good outcome, and now these two women will be in court connected to her death.
Cheryl, this is just a devastating and frankly a sickening update here that we have. And so police said that they suspected foul play actually very early on in this investigation. They say that stories just weren't matching up. Now, like you said, both of those women are locked up behind me here in the Gwinnett County Jail. They're being held without bond and they're expected to go before a judge today. According to jail records, Amari's mother, 27-year-old Brittany Hall, was arrested Monday and charged with making a false report and child cruelty charges for allegedly abusing Amari and a younger sibling back in July. She's also now charged with concealing a death. This after Gwinnett County police said the child's body was found Tuesday morning in the woods in a DeKalb County neighborhood. Hall's partner, 29-year-old Celeste Owens, was arrested Sunday for making false statements and cruelty to children. Then Tuesday, Owens' charges were upgraded to include concealing a death and felony murder.
I said, no. She's not dead, but I was wrong.
Katie Fitch says her son is Brittany's stepdad. For nearly 3 days, she prayed that Amari would return home safe.
I don't know what happened, why her life had to end like this, and she was just sweet.
Detectives say Hall reported Amari missing Sunday morning from the Hometown Studios Hotel in Peachtree Corners, where they had all been staying. Family members devastated by the outcome.
And if Brittany's mom had known about it, this would have never happened, because she loved those children.
And now an autopsy will reveal how Amari was killed. Police also telling us that Amari's two younger siblings were also staying in that hotel with the two women. Thankfully, they do appear to be okay, and they are in protective custody. But again, both women are expected to go before a judge today.
Meantime, the search for a missing 8-year-old girl is underway in Gwinnett County tonight. Nicole Amari.
We're learning more about the death of 8-year-old Amari Hall, who was reported missing earlier this week.
The story is just heartbreaking. Warrants are revealing more information about those sickening details. They describe multiple Incidents where the child's mother, Brittany Hall, and her partner, Celeste Owens, abused Amari and 3 small children. The warrants even mentioned some of the abuse was recorded on camera. Investigators say both Hall and Owens are facing charges in Amari's death. We're told the other children appear to be okay and are now.
Brittany Hall and Celeste Owens appeared before a judge today in Gwinnett County in connection with the death of 8-year-old Amari Hall. Owens, seen here smiling and laughing just minutes before her first appearance, is accused of killing Amari.
Superior Court only. Only a Superior Court judge sitting in your case can grant a bond. Do you understand that? Do you know what that means for you? It means you're going to be here for a while, okay?
Did y'all see her laughing? I have not seen that. Look at this again. They don't even understand. They don't even care. They don't understand. Did y'all see that?
Brittany Hall and Celeste Owens appeared before a judge.
That one. She laughed. Watch this.
Judge today in Gwinnett County in connection with the death of 8-year-old Amari Hall. Owens, seen here smiling and laughing just minutes before her first appearance.
Look, man, people like this just don't need to exist. And I'm going to tell you, as much as the death penalty could be a really, really bad thing, and no, I'm conflicted because I don't believe that us as humans should have the right to make judgment calls on taking a life, to equivocate a life that has been lost. But people like this, laughing after the murder of a baby, make it really, really, really hard to not want to ask for the death penalty. There is no reason for her to ever be in our society ever again. She cannot be rehabilitated. She cannot be fixed. She's an idiot. She's stupid. And flat out doesn't care about human life.
Just minutes before her first appearance, is accused of killing Amari.
Superior Court only. Only a Superior Court only.
Minutes before her first appearance, is accused of killing Amari. Just minutes before her first appearance, is accused of killing Amari.
And I'm going to have more people that get mad because I called these 2 women fat, rather than these 2 fat women sitting there laughing at the murder of one of our little princess babies. They'll be more mad at me than mad about this baby being beat up on camera.
And laughing just minutes before her first appearance, is accused of killing Amari.
Superior Court only. Only a Superior Court judge sitting in your case can grant a bond. Do you understand that? Do you know what that means for you? It means you're going to be here for a while, okay?
Owens is accused of killing Amari, while Hall is accused of concealing her death. Both are also charged with child cruelty and lying to police after initially reporting Amari was missing on Sunday. Her body was found Tuesday morning in these woods by the Stoneville Trace neighborhood in DeKalb County. Arrest warrants released today offering new details about how Amari reportedly died. Describing Owens as striking the victim several times in the head, she's also accused of concealing Amari's death by placing her in trash bags and dumping her body. Gwinnett police say while investigating Amari's disappearance, detectives found videos depicting the women abusing the children.
Somebody in the chat, thank you a little bit, said something that I was thinking about. Do y'all think that big girl has any care in the world, the fact that she's going to jail for life? You know why she don't care? Because she gets to be in there and don't have to work anymore, get 3 hots and a cot every day, and guess who's going to be in jail with her? Will never be able to get away from her alleged girlfriend. So she's going to have first access to her in prison. And then if they end up falling out or whatever the case is, then she's going to have a whole bunch of other women who are stuck in there and desperate and probably are going to be at no way of being able to protect themselves from a girl, from a female that freaking big. But thank you for bringing that up in the chat. She's going to be perfectly happy where she's going, which is why I think what's the point of her continuing to collect tax dollars and use up our tax money? Why not get her up out of here?
According to arrest warrants, in July, Owens walked over to one child and open hand slapped the victim in the front of her face, causing her head to whip back quickly. She's also accused of walking over to a boy, tightening a cloth around the victim's eyes, then slapping the victim and kicking him on the ground. And in August, the warrants describe Owens as stomping on another child's back with her foot and then kicking her in the back, moving her across the room. Brittany Hall is also accused of hitting one child 11 times in one instance, also slapping, punching, and kicking the children.
And they have this all on videotape. Threw her in a trash bag and tossed her in the woods. That is beyond inexcusable. And I'm going to tell you guys this again. If you're not able to take care of yourself and you have to live in a hotel, then I get it. You do that as an adult. That's your own choice. But I think not only is it selfish if you can't take care of yourself to drag a child into it, not only that, but to continue to have children with no remorse and no repercussions. You can just have as many children as you want and continue to keep creating this burden on society, keep putting this burden on maybe even men who didn't want to have kids to begin with. Where does the accountability actually stop to the point to where we don't put this suffering on the children? We can have these arguments all day long about men and women. The dads need to be there. The moms are the ones who are the victims, and whatever the case is. You're talking about adults at the end of the day who are coming together, literally and figuratively, and putting these children in these situations. It's an automatic red flag if a parent is living in a hotel with kids. That is a day-to-day situation, and that is never going to be safe for children. Not to say that apartments are necessarily any safer, but it's just way more unstable because that's a day-to-day situation. At least when you pay your rent, you know you're in there for 30 days. I'm just saying it makes it even more inexcusable when the fact that you are a mother and you're not able to obtain benefits from the state, which that's what they usually do. That's just my personal opinion. And it makes it even worse that they clearly thought this was funny. They recorded it. Why would they ever record beating up children? For what? Was somebody out there watching it? Were you posting it on social media? How did none of the family members know about this? Any aunties, any cousins, any uncles? Where were the family members of this little girl or these other children? Because it seems like you have at least two groups, and that's only assuming if she had all three of these kids by two different men, it could have been three different men. Different sets of family members didn't come check on these kids, which I think that makes it egregious as well. Don't say you didn't know, because you ought to make it your business to find out what's going on with these children, especially when they have your DNA tie. We have to come together as a community and start standing up for these children, giving them a voice and advocating for them. And part of that, doing welfare checks, might have saved this girl's life. This baby couldn't speak for herself. She couldn't defend herself, and probably had no idea how to save herself from this horrible, horrible situation. Let me get my favorite picture of her up on the screen. If I can, give me a moment. Let me find it. This is probably my favorite picture, and I thank whoever it is that made that graphic of Amari Hall, young princess. R.I.P. I do thank the ones and people who are able to listen with an open mind as well as an open heart. Make sure you guys share her story because we want to stop this thing going forward, okay? Thank you.